There are some films that we instantly recognise. Some that, as soon as we see them, we know exactly what they're going to be about. We know the story. As soon as we hear the title, we know what the story is going to be about. One of those films for me is Babe. The story of the little pig that thought he was a sheepdog. Maybe the sheep pig. And it's the story of how he tried to herd the sheep and the sheep wouldn't listen to him and they all went off in their own directions, running all over the field, going exactly where they wanted to go. But then eventually when he came to the sheepdog, or should it be the sheep pig trials, they followed exactly where he was guiding them. They went all round the course and eventually they ended up safe in the sheep pen, and the gate was closed and all the sheep were secure. They were all safe in the pen. And I guess when we read John chapter 10, the first 10 verses or so, we're hearing about how people are just like those sheep. How some of them listen to the shepherd's voice and some of them go running about all over the place. But Jesus talks about how those sheep can be shepherded into a safe place. They can be in a sheep pen and the gate can be closed. They can be safe and they can be secure. But I wonder sometimes when the sheep are in the pen, if you look at them, whether they long to be out there again, out on the field, enjoying the fresh grass, whether they long to be outside somewhere. And just at the moment when our doors are safely shut, when we feel safe inside, if you like, when we're in the pen, whether we long to be outside, to have that freedom that we once enjoyed that we haven't got anymore. But one day that freedom's going to come back again. One day we are going to be able to go out and we are going to be able to enjoy the freedom that we once enjoyed. But until then, to know that we're safe, to know that we're secure, to know that the gate that's closed in front of us is not just any gate, it's the gate that keeps us safe, and that gate is Jesus Christ. Gives us hope for security for the future, gives us hope for a security that's yet to come. Because Jesus said that I am the gate for the sheep. My sheep hear my voice, he said. And we can respond and we can be safe in that pen that Jesus has for us, with the gate firmly locked, with Jesus keeping us secure in these troubled times. Many years ago, there was a local preacher who I very much admired, who was one of my mentors, who helped me when I was starting to learn to be a preacher. And we used to joke sometimes when he was preaching at a church one week and I was preaching there the next, what we might preach on. And he said, well, if you're following me, he said, I'll preach on, there's one who comes after me, the latches of whose sandals I'm not fit to fasten. And then the next week you can preach on, all those who came before me are just like robbers and thieves. That's what Jesus says in this passage. There's only one gate that leads to true happiness. There's only one gate that leads to salvation, and that gate is Jesus Christ. And it's only if we allow Jesus to shepherd us safely into the fold, if we listen to his voice, that we can know true security. There is no other way to be safe in the pen, but to be safe in Jesus Christ. And Jesus offers us all in these troubled times hope promise security, but a challenge, because he offers us the challenge to respond to his voice, to listen to him, to come to him, to follow him, or to carry on running around the field just like those sheep at the start of Babe. And only we can choose. Are we going to respond to his voice? Are we going to listen to him? Are we going to follow him? Are we going to let him lead us safe into the sheep pen? Are we going to let him keep us secure as the gate that keeps us tight in God's presence, close to God, the gate that leads to eternal life, the gate that leads to eternal safety and security? And at this time, we've all got the chance to make that choice. So let's choose to listen to the voice of Jesus. Let's choose to let him be the gate to our sheep pen. Let's choose to feel safe and secure in God's presence because of Jesus, the Good Shepherd.